Good morning, sir. Today I am going to explain my equation solver program. This program is designed to solve mathematical equation automatically by taking input values from the user and applying logical step through codes. So my name is Nakshatra and I'm working individual on this program. So basically the challenge was manual calculation of algebraic equation is the time consuming and prone to human error, especially when detailing with complex root or large coefficient. And the solution, an automatic C program that instantly computes roots for both linear and quadratic form, handling edge case like division by zero or negative discriminant seamlessly. Accuracy is more than human calculation, and robustness to implement compressiveness, error handling, ensuring the program doesn't crash on individual inputs or mathematical impossibilities. Usability to create a simple menu driven command like interface that routes user to the correct solver efficiently. Concept used: conditional statements, functions, switch case, structure, loops, library for square root, math.h library for square root, and power functions. So basically linear equation taken in the form of ax plus b is equal to 0, and the roots was x is equal to minus b by a. This is the code for linear equation, and this is the code for quadratic equation. Quadratic equation was in the root x is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So basically here is a mistake of under root. Okay, so if the discriminant was greater than 0, then two distinct real roots we obtained, and if discriminant d is equal to 0, then one real root, and less than 0, then two complex imaginary roots. This is the flowchart of our program. It reads the coefficient of a variable and then calculate roots by putting the value of coefficient into formula. If the roots was imaginary, then print imaginary roots. If the root was not imaginary, then it calculate d discriminant, and then two roots we have to obtain. After two roots, the program will automatically stop. Working demo. The program runs in a continuous loop, offering a menu for user to select their desired operation. It gracefully handle invalid inputs like character instead of number by clearing the input buffer. So basically, if you write a wrong input, then it show invalid statements and invalid inputs as per user input. Algorithm: start the program, display a menu of linear or quadratic equation, take user input from coefficient. If linear, computes x is equal to minus b by a. If quadratic, calculate discriminant d. If d is greater than 0, then two real roots. If d is equal to 0, then one real repeated roots, and d is less than 0, then two complex root. So this is the working model of our program. Basically it was not working now. Okay, leave it. So learning and contribution from our program is core concept: mastered the use of math.h function, conditional logic, switch, if else, and standard IO in C. Individual contribution: design the discriminant logic and error handling for non-quadratic inputs. Project module 4th, mathematical algorithm and logic control. We use module 4th mainly. Scope of improvement: So this is basically a linear and quadratic equation solver program. In further, we can add cubic equation solver program, save result to a file, display result in a color for better readability, develop GUI using graphic library, extend to solve simultaneously linear equation. So this is the scope for improvement in future from this program. Now the part is conclusion. The equation solver program is C efficiently solve both linear and quadratic equation. It demonstrates strong understanding for control structure, functions, and mathematical logic in C program. This project provides a foundation for more advanced mathematical and engineering application. Thank you. So basically this is our PPT part. We explain how our program start, what our future goals, which concept we use, math equations, if invalid output, our flowchart, working demo. Now we come to our coding part. So this is our code for equation solver. We basically, this is a small code but very efficient and for solving equation of linear and quadratic. Purpose of program: the main purpose of this program is to reduce manual calculation error, save time, provide fast and accurate solution to equation. Program use basic. The logic used in this program is the program use basic programming concepts such as variable operators, conditional statement, and loop to solve equations step by step. So we run this program now. Okay, yeah. So here is the program. So first of all, we see C equation solver. First, solve linear equation. Second, solve quadratic equation. Third, exit program. So if we write an invalid input, just for an example, like we write a character A and then error and then enter. Then it's so error, invalid input. Please enter a number. We have to write a number. So if we write here 4 instead of 3, okay, and then enter. So we can see here invalid choice, please select 1, 2 and 3. So it's errorless program from my side. So then enter a choice, please select 1 and 2. So basically take an example that we have to solve a quadratic equation. So we have to enter 2 here and then enter. Now you can see that quadratic equation solver ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Enter coefficient of a, that is x square, coefficient of a, that is of x square. So we will just for an example, we take an value of a is 6, and then enter coefficient of b is we can take 8, and the coefficient of c is like we take 4, okay, and then put and then enter. So here you can see that result is two complex imaginary root. Root 1 is this and root 2 is this, and then our program restart again. So basically this is a well developed program. Restart again, give valid inputs, give valid outputs, solve quadratic equation efficiently. We use just like to explain some code from my program, like we use getchar. So it take input. If the input was invalid, then it show error and then take input. If the input is valid, then it goes from here, then after here, and then program start. This is case 1, case 2, solve quadratic equation. So this is a basic programming, by the way. We use void, sol linear. So this is the code for quadratic equation. So this is the code for linear equation, and this is the code for quadratic equation. So you can see here clearly that we use every root 1 equation minus b plus square root of discriminant root 2. So this is our program. Thank you sir.